With the evidence against YNW Melly being so severe, hearing YNW Melly say that he's gonna beat this case is leaving rappers believing that Melly will snitch out of the case. So here's what you need to know. YNW Melly and YNW Bortlen were arrested for the passing of YNW Sakchaser and YNW Juvy. Although 4 months into their jail time, YNW Bortlen was released on bail, leaving YNW Melly in lockup all by himself. This would then raise a major red flag, leaving many to believe that YNW Bortlen may have snitched. Bortlen was released shortly after because the feds received a video of YNW Bortlen explaining on how the situation went down on October 26 in 2018, the day Sakchaser and Juvy would sadly pass. We have finally received that secret interview.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's gotta be some evidence there. There's gonna be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's gonna be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's gonna be evidence over there. Okay, right now there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
The police officer that was interviewing Bortlen knew that this story was false, so they did a further investigation, and here's what they found. As shared during the YNW Melly trial, the feds shared the 2 possible motives for YNW Melly to commit this crime, not YNW Bortlen. It was revealed that YNW Sakchaser was set to receive $200,000 from YNW Melly's record label. However, prior to Sakchaser getting offered this deal, YNW Melly's mom would post this online.
Show me text messages from Sakchaser, all her friends, and all these people. Like, he's about this life, but I'm saying, like, who you ever out at? What you ever did? You couldn't even take charge. If you don't sit your down and don't ever come for me, because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke. So don't ever try to come for me, because I don't even play them type of games. Like, what you got that I ain't got? Oh, you your look. I got big. On the end of the day, Melly is my child.
With this video of Melly's mom going viral online at the time, this is what created a real mystery for law enforcement. Melly has stated millions of times that his mother is the most important thing in his life. If somebody goes after her, there could be a serious motive to retaliate. So the police wanted to find answers. They attempted to subpoena YNW Melly's record label, also known as 300 Entertainment, so they can investigate the record deal. However, the detective explained that 300 Entertainment refused to honor their subpoena. So with no one left to answer questions on the record deal, the feds would then go to YNW Sakchaser's mother, Jana Thompson, hoping that she knew something about this record deal. Now, she actually did. She expanded on the $200,000 record deal during a March 2022 deposition. Though she specified she didn't know exactly who the alleged payment was from or what it was for, she did say that Sakchaser reached out to her a few days before he sadly passed, where she says, and I quote, "My son hysterically called me," she said. "He was very concerned about my whereabouts. He was concerned about his sister's whereabouts. He was just really concerned, almost like something was gonna happen to us. And then he mentioned that he would not get his money." She continued saying, "He said, I'm probably not gonna get my $200,000. I'm probably not even gonna get my money." The feds then realized that signing Sakchaser to a record deal would make YNW Melly money. Why would he not do it? This then leads into the second motive for the crime. Days before Sakchaser and Juvy's passing, YNW Sakchaser was caught messing around with YNW Melly's at the time girlfriend. Now, Melly's ex-girlfriend's mother did a deposition with the feds. During the interview, the police officer asks the girlfriend's mom, "Were you aware that Sakchaser sent your daughter some rather special type of pictures?" Where she responds, "Yes, I am." He asks, "You saw those pictures?" figures? Where she replies, I didn't see them, but she did call me, they came over, she was in Tallahassee during that time, and she told me about them. So now with YNW Sakchaser being caught messing with Melly's at the time girlfriend, also having issues with Melly's mom, this very well could have been an easy motive for YNW Melly to do this act towards Sakchaser. The question is now, why did YNW Juvy have to go as well? Detective Christopher Williams announced in the courtroom what truly happened on this day. Detective Christopher Williams announced in court the 4 YNW affiliates were leaving a recording studio on October 26, 2018. When leaving the parking lot for the studio, YNW Bortlen would drive the vehicle down a side road and enter into an empty parking lot, away from any surrounding homes and/or witnesses. The feds believe that Bortlen and Melly created a plan to set up Sakchaser. Juvy was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. YNW Bortlen would then create a distraction inside of the car. Meanwhile, YNW Melly did the act towards Juvy and Sakchaser. As while looking at where the 4 YNW affiliates were sitting on this day, it's an odd coincidence that Bortlen and Sakchaser are both sitting on one side of the car. Meanwhile, Juvy and Sakchaser are both sitting on the opposite side. However, after the incident was complete, GPS evidence tracked on YNW Melly's cell phone at the time showed that Melly and Bortlen sat in this parking lot for roughly 40 minutes. This was, however, until YNW Melly stepped out of the car, walked around it twice in a circle before hopping back in. The rumor is that Melly stepped out of the vehicle, used his firearms towards it on the outside to make it appear as if their Jeep went through a drive-by. That would then be their reasoning for Sakchaser and Juvy's passing. Now, evidence backing that YNW Melly is allegedly guilty starts with Detective Williams. He is known to be one of the greatest detectives at recreating crime scenes to build an image on how certain crimes went down. So Williams reconstructed the entire crime scene. He purchased the exact same model Jeep that they were driving in. He then built human-like figures, the exact same height and weight as all 4 YNW affiliates. He then put them all inside of the Jeep the exact same way they were originally sitting. He then used firearms towards the figures, everything lined up the exact same of the crime. It was also revealed that YNW Melly most likely did this act no further than 8 inches away from their faces due to the aftermath of what would happen in a situation like this, as all signs of who did the act was sitting in YNW Melly's seat in the vehicle. Now, using what is called the stick method, Detective Williams used plastic sticks to match the trajectory of where a firearm could have been used. The trajectory from Melly's seat showed a perfect match to where Sakchaser and Juvy were affected by firearms. With this evidence being shared in the courtroom, it would get the attention of many rappers in the industry, who would share their favorite thoughts and moments about Melly, where his brother YNWB Slime would share this during an interview.
So what's some of the musical advice YNW Melly gave you?
Musical advice: find fire melodies and make money.
No cap. At least you're just straightforward. How was it to see your brother rise to the forefront?
It's kind of like normal to me, because I already knew it was gonna happen. It's just a matter of time when.
When can the people expect to see Melly home?
What could it be? I would say a cheat code for the rap game.
Which would then even lead into a Lil Durk clip where he would share on his Instagram this video with him and King Von on the phone with Melly.
Bust, you got 10 piece. Bust harder than mine. It's me. It's y'all. I say, you had a 10 piece.
Song.
This would grab the attention of Toronto rapper Drake, where he would share his favorite thing about YNW Melly.
You know, a kid like YNW Melly who just has the craziest melodies, pain in his voice, you know, but not afraid to just be like, yeah, sure, like I might be this way on road, but in my music, this is what I enjoy doing. And
we would even later see Kodak Black speak on YNW Melly, saying that they need to free him, as well as sharing a memory with Melly on the free world.
Yeah, man, free that boy Melvin, man, free Melly.
Man, stop playing.
We not playing like that. Oh, we go bully.
However, the reactions from rappers would slowly fade away after the rumors of Melly snitching in court were released. Now, this started when we would see reports of YNW Melly appears to be in good spirits at his trial, where he's facing double life charges, has officially began, sharing new photos of YNW Melly in the courtroom. Melly began smiling in the courtroom in trial when he was reacting to the jury. However, the smiles quickly went away when the judge asked YNW Melly about allegedly trying to break out of jail, or at least his attempt. Now, the Broward County Jail, where YNW Melly is currently locked up, did an interview with Complex where they mentioned in the courtroom on April 11th, 2022, Broward Sheriff's Office received a confidential tip regarding inmates Nicholas Lewis and Jamal Demons, both housed in the same unit at the main jail, planning an escape from jail by having Demons' attorney bring in 2 handcuff keys in order to help with the escape. Additional information provided by the source was that Lewis had an item that is illegal in jail, as well as narcotics that were not prescribed to him. The statement continues saying, jail authorities searched Lewis's cell after the tip, which came from another inmate. They found multiple illegal items and narcotics for which he did not have a prescription. Melly's cell was also searched, but nothing was found except food from the commissary and an excessive amount of jail-issued clothing. Now, YNW Melly's mother would react to this while at work. Allegedly, her phone was being spammed that YNW Melly was trying to escape jail. Here's what she said.
Okay, so I'm at work and I just seen this crazy story. First of all, this is just another tactic for them to try to literally just tarnish my son's character and everything. They do not want him having attorney visits in person, which will cause for ineffective counsel. So we went to court for that, and they took his phone calls and they have him locked down. They had no evidence whatsoever that his attorneys did anything wrong to prove these accusations, but they knew it would get picked up by the media. So when we get ready to pick a jury, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be, oh, this kid tried to escape. Oh, this kid tried to do all these things. This is all fake because they do not have a case.
Now, in the video, Melly's mom mentions how the feds have a very small bit of evidence against him. The prosecutors are trying to do anything to make him look bad. Melly's music manager, 100K Track, would even follow up on this situation, speaking about the defenses Melly's has by his side.
He built a real great, solid team away from just being innocent because he wouldn't do such a crime. He prepared himself and got a proper, defense. Their job is to handle themselves in trial, not on social media. You guys are taking it that way. If they say they got DNA in a car, I'm just gonna tell you, Melly DNA was found in the car. You're gonna think, yeah, his DNA was found in the car the day of the. Oh, he jumped in a car and his DNA was in the car. He did it, okay? But you're not gonna put the fact that this was his car for 6-7 months on those documents and dockets and just automatically be like, yo, he's fried. You don't even know what the defense is. You don't even know what the rebuttal is. You don't even know why that situation occurred. You hear ballistics flying, you don't know what the defense is. You hear this, you hear that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest.